This is the English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Professor L.V. Gaikwad is teaching on the poem Mutability by Edmund Spenser, Part 2, video number 24. In this poem, we are discussing on the character of the mutability which has come from the God, and this mutability has killed or devastated or destroyed all the beautiful things on the earth, but it is very clear that these all things are permanent or will be permanent in the form of their memories. So here in the part second, Edmund Spenser tells here the story of the mutability. It means that here Edmund Spenser is going to tell the characteristic, the features, the responsibilities of the mutability. Here Spenser has followed Chaucer, the great literary figure. Means in this poem, Edmund Spenser is following or he is studying the great character of the poet Chaucer. It means that he has here made the copy of Chaucer, or he has been influenced by the character of Chaucer. There was Chaucer's soul in Edmund. Edmund feels that he has the soul of Chaucer. Means Chaucer has given his soul to Edmund according to Spenser. Spenser got Chaucer's soul after 20 years. Means according to this Edmund, he has got the soul of Chaucer, the poet, but this soul he has got after 200 years. 200 years means after 200 years he has got the soul of Chaucer. And Spenser was interested in literature like Chaucer. Now, why does this Edmund Spenser says that he has got the soul of Chaucer? The answer is that he has got the soul of Chaucer because he is interested in literature like Chaucer. Chaucer has explained in his poem the religious things or very much philosophical things. In the same way here, Spenser is explaining all these things very nicely, and that's why here Spenser himself says that he has the soul of Chaucer, and Chaucer has entered into his body, and that's why he is writing this poem very forcefully. Spenser became the great classical writer in the English literature, and that's why here, according to Spenser, he has become the greatest poet or classical poet in the English literature. But the cantos or the lessons of mutability of Spenser are different from Chaucer. Remember, though the soul of Chaucer has entered into the body of this Spenser, but really speaking, the poem or the lines, or we will say that the lessons or the philosophy or the canto or cantos of this Spenser are very much different from the cantos or lessons or philosophies of Chaucer. Means really speaking, this Chaucer is different from Spenser, and Spenser is very different from Chaucer. Spenser is different regarding time and thoughts from Chaucer and other writers. When we think of this Edmund Spenser, then we feel that this Spenser is very much different from other poets, from other writers, or from Chaucer also, in the sense of time and thoughts. Means his thoughts are very different, and he has used the time in his poem very different, and that's why here this Chaucer is very different in the sense of time and thoughts in comparison with other writers and Chaucer. He has expressed thoughts or situation very differently. Remember, what Chaucer has seen has been very differently explained by him. I mean, Chaucer has the different eye, different soul from Chaucer or from other poets or writers, and therefore we can say that he has expressed his thoughts by seeing the particular situation very differently. Means he has been very different from Chaucer or from other poets or writers in the English literature. William Wordsworth has also talked about the mutability. Remember here, William Wordsworth is the particular nature poet. He has also said the character of mutability, According to him, also this mutability is the powerful factor on the earth. He says changes is earth life. Here this William Wordsworth has also said that the mutability is the particular factor which changes the life of the earth. This mutability shows death according to him, means when man dies, when the nature dies, or anything on the earth when dies, then this is the work of the mutability according to William Wordsworth. So this mutability shows deaths, births, sorrows, joys, and common life. Means all the common life of man, all the sorrows of man, all the happinesses of man, all the births of man, or all the deaths of man, or all the deaths of nature on the earth is nothing but the duty of the mutability according to this Edmund Spenser, or then I will say here according to William Wordsworth. People die but again come to birth. So here I will say that according to Edmund Spenser also, and according to William Wordsworth also, people die but again come to birth. It means that this man has the particular movement, or the man has the particular turn to take birth and to die. Means the person who comes upon the earth dies and again he takes a birth according to this Edmund Spenser or William Wordsworth. Shakespeare says about this mutability that love is everything on the earth. Means here Shakespeare is the particular poet, particular dramatist who says that mutability is the very forceful factor in the life of man. But this mutability is there. But Shakespeare says about this mutability that love is the important factor in the life of man, which is the solution over every problem. Means man can solve his problem with the help of the love, according to William Shakespeare. Donne supports Shakespeare and says love fights against death, sorrows, and mutability. So remember here, when there is the death, then man becomes very unhappy, and in such unhappiness this mutability again brings the unhappiness into the life of the person. And when there will be the love, or when somebody will love this man, then this man can forget the tension of the death or the tension of the mutability. So according to John Donne, the tension of this mutability is made easy, or it is challenged by the love. Means if common persons are loving each other, then the tension of this mutability is lessened, or it is decreased according to John Donne. Means John Donne says that this mutability can be defeated by loving each other. Shelley, means P.B. Shelley says life is like clouds which are sometimes here and sometimes there. So remember, according to P.B. Shelley, the life of the man is like the clouds. And what is the situation of the clouds? What is the position of the clouds? What is the condition of the clouds? The clouds are sometimes in the sky, at this place or at that place. Means the clouds cannot be stable there in the sky. Means when the storm, or when the, I will say, the big wind comes, that wind changes their places, and so sometimes these clouds are found at this place or at that place. Means the clouds have no place at all in the sky. In this way, on the earth, this man has no place, this nature has no place, this justice has no place, or this policy of man, or total life of man has no the exact place, or the man cannot be living at the proper place. Means man will be in home, and then he will be in the dead situation. So man's life changes according to P.B. Shelley also, and this is nothing but the mutability according to P.B. Shelley. Thus the mutability is the nature force which brings changes to man's life, and in this way here we can say that mutability is nothing but the nature force, or it is the particular factor, it is the particular, I will say, the identity, or the particular, I will say, the character which has come from the final God, and this mutability kills man and brings changes into the life of the person. So here today we have finished the part second, video number 24 of the poem Mutability by Edmund Spenser. Again we will see the next lecture in the next part. Till then we will stop. Thank you very much.